Hello everyone and welcome back. First of all, Ramzan Mubarak to all of you. Hope you all are safe. Alhamdulillah, I am also safe here. Today's video is all about pre-Ramadan preparations that I used to do in every year. Nowadays, going for shopping is really difficult, but what we can do, we need to get all our necessary items, right? So always choose the less busy hours to get all your groceries and stuffs. Take all the necessary precautions and try to avoid the crowds. And one more thing I have to tell you all is that don't overbuy a lot of stuffs, because just think about others also. Everyone have to get their necessary items, so just buy and stock what is needed for you, as we do clean our house every single day. But during Ramzan it is very essential to have a neat and tidy house. Let us all have good Ramzan ahead. And Ramadan is a month of blessings, the month of controlling all our desires and suppressing all our greed, and let everyone blessed with a good Ramzan. Regarding my cleaning, I never used to do it all in a stretch. I do it part by part, the rooms, the kitchen, everything separately, so we don't feel it's such a hectic job. I had few arrangements to be done in my kitchen also. This is one of my kitchen rack which I bought to keep all my large vessels and cookers. The color was fading and peeling away, so I just decided to give a wrap over it. The white wrap which I am using for my countertop. I love this one, it is very nice to see. So just cutting it to the accurate size and sticking there. It is waterproof also. Now let's move on to the cooking sessions. So let's discuss everything part by part. Firstly, I am soaking tamarind in hot water. This I will be later using for my chutneys and any other curries. Nextly, I am preparing the jaggery syrup, just melting 3 to 4 cubes of jaggeries in water, and when it is cold, transferring it into a container. This consistency is perfect, and after pouring the full amount, just add 1 glass of hot water above this, so that it will be easy to use. Now the next thing is sarbat, which is made with badam or almonds. So I have soaked 1 cup of almonds in water and peeling off the skin. It is very cool, nutritious drink for all of us. So now we have to grind it to paste by adding 1 cup of water. Now boil the mixture and make it to a thick paste by evaporating all the water content. And this is how it looks like after boiling and evaporating. And now transfer it into ice trays. Freeze it, and you can store it in airtight container or zipper lock bag. It will stay up to 1 month, and whenever needed you can mix it with water to make the sarbat and mix with milk to make the almond milk shake. Next thing is mint sarbat. This is very good. I have taken 1 full cup of fresh mint leaves. I am going to grind it along with some water, adding half to 1 cup of sugar, because this is going to be a thick extract. Now sieve it and transfer it into a container and keep it in low flame until the dark green color comes. For every sharbat, the basic thing is that we have to evaporate a little amount of water and make it into a half. Now regarding the masala parts, I always have them in stock. I'm just preparing garam masala, which I have just one bottle of preparing a few amount. For this, I just take equal amount of cinnamon, cloves and cardamom, and 1 teaspoon of fennel and 1 teaspoon of cumin, and sometimes I add nutmeg depending upon which gravy I have to prepare. Just giving a mild roasting and then making it into powder. Those who have seen my meal prep video will be knowing about this. I always soak green grams and make sprouts out of it and add to my salads and other curries. And if you have the bitter taste, you can just boil them for 5 minutes and it will be going, and it is very nutritious. The same way I soak the chana and boil it and keep it in multiple bags for using in salads, mayo, chickpea salad and other kind of salad. You can also add flavors to it by adding the spices, and you can change the color into red by adding the tea bag. So I always cook it and store it for future purpose. Now preparing the ginger garlic paste, I have a good helper who helped me to peel the garlic. Those who have not yet seen my meal prep video, there I have explained the method how to store ginger garlic paste for 1 month. So my ginger, garlic, everything is ready and it goes into my curry basket where I have chilies, curry leaves, ginger, tamarind extract, everything. Now let's prepare the chicken. Here I have taken half a kg of boneless chicken and I am adding salt, pepper and enough water, cooking it. And now the boneless chicken is ready and I'm going to keep it in the freezer. When I am in need for making sandwiches, rolls, etc., I will be using this. I will just store it only for 1 week, not more than that. I can cook it every time, very easy to cook also, so never take the risk for keeping non-veg for a long time. Now let's prepare the frozen samosas. For this I'm chopping the onions. I'm chopping 3 to 4 onions. Meantime, I'm cooking the chicken also along with salt, pepper and little of turmeric powder, because I love chicken in my samosas with a little of turmeric powder. Now keep another pan. To this add oil, add the ginger garlic paste, each 2 tablespoons. Now goes in the onion, saute it well and add the green chilies also. Now shred the chicken pieces, store the chicken stock for other dishes, or you can add a little in the samosa also. This is my easy way to shred the chicken. I don't like to put them in mixie. Now add half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of jeera powder or cumin powder, and I'm adding 1 teaspoon of chicken masala, half a teaspoon of pepper powder, and mixing it really well. Now goes the shredded chicken and handful of coriander leaves and the mix is ready. I keep the samosa mixture always very simple because we love to eat in that way. Now preparing the binder with maida or all-purpose flour with some water for binding the samosa patties. And here is how the samosas are filled up. Just check it out. Just keep in mind, always close the corners very tightly so that oil doesn't enter inside. So now all the samosas are ready. I'm keeping it in an airtight container by keeping a butter paper below and arranging the samosas and keeping another one above in layers, packing them up. You can store them up to 1 month, but this will not be enough. I think I have to prepare it again. Now next on menu is spring rolls. For this I have taken pepper powder, 2 tablespoons of chili paste, 2 tablespoons of soya sauce and some sesame seeds. Now to a pan I am adding little bit of oil and then adding 1 to 1.5 cup of carrot juliennes and then adding the cabbage. You can add violet or white cabbage according to your taste. Then goes in capsicum. You can also add different colors of capsicum. Then goes the 2 tablespoons of chili paste. Then add 1 tablespoon of pepper powder, then the sesame and then the soya sauce. After adding the soya sauce, I am adding just half a cup of chicken stock and letting it cook. It gives a nice flavor, and again I am adding 1 or 2 teaspoons of sesame oil, which gives that nice Chinese flavor. Now let's make the spring rolls. I use the spring rolls of Swiss brand because it is very good. This is the way how to fold it. Start from the center just as you fold a letter. Bring the sides to the center and roll it well. Stick the ends with the paste. Now my spring rolls are also ready to be freezed. Just packing the same ways as I did the samosas. Now the next recipe is dahi vada. For this I have soaked urad dal almost 1.5 cup overnight. Along with this I am grinding half a piece of ginger and 1 green chilli. If you don't like to grind it, you can also add it by crushing it together. Now add salt and adjust the taste. Now wet your hands in water and take small portions each time and dip it in oil and make small dahi vadas. Meanwhile this is cooking, let's prepare the imli chutney or the tamarind chutney. For this I am taking a handful of dates and handful of tamarind and soaking it with 1 cup of jaggery water or jaggery syrup. Let it boil. Now all our dahi vadas are also ready. So I have prepared all the vadas. Now I am putting it in an airtight bag and this goes into freezer. We can store this up to 1 month. And whenever we have to prepare this recipe, we can take it out, defreeze it. I will show you how to do it. Now these vadas are kept out and I am dipping it in water and just squeezing the water out so it will become really soft. Now our chutney is also ready. Just sieve the chutney and take the pulp of it. Now add 1 tablespoon of chaat masala, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder and 1 teaspoon of fennel powder. Mix it well and your chutney is ready. You can pour it in an ice tray and make cubes and store it in fridge. At the same way I am making the green chutney. For this I have taken a handful of coriander and mint leaves along with 4 to 5 green chilies. Grind to a paste and make it into a tray and freeze it. Now all the ingredients are ready. Let's prepare the vada. For this add enough quantity of yogurt. Now add the tamarind chutney. Coriander chutney I am adding later, and add a sprinkle of chaat masala and red chili powder along with coriander leaves and it's ready to go. And this is how my mint coriander green chutney cubes looks after freezing. So I have to just defrost it whenever I need it. You can store this in refrigerator for almost 1 month. And here goes my almond milk sherbet cubes. I can add it either into milk to prepare milkshake or into water to prepare milk sherbet. So I hope you all loved this video. See you in the next video. Till then, take care and bye bye.